Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Nondumiso Njangase. For those of you who are new to the channel, please subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that you get notified when there is new content out. Please note that my videos don't constitute as financial advice. If you do require financial advice, please consult with a person who is registered with the Financial Sector Conduct Authority. I'm just giving you financial information. So today's video is inspired by a conversation I was having the other day with a person who was saying, you know, I make money from the clients that I have, but I don't have an employer. So I can't actually start saving for retirement. So I just want to talk about retirement annuities today. So, you know, for people who are self-employed, you don't have an employer, maybe you clean people's houses and you make money from that, or you're an Uber driver, or you have a small business that you run, whether you are baking or whether you just teach people how to swim, whatever business that you have that might not be necessarily, that does not have an employer, you employ yourself, you can actually also have, start saving for retirement. It doesn't have to, be connected to an employer, right? So you can save through something called a retirement annuity, which works just the same as an employer's pension or provident fund, right? So you get the same, type of portfolios in terms of investment. It's managed properly by trustees of that retirement annuity. So it's properly run. It's not like I would say I find in a employer. It's actually, it's similar to, the one, if you have an employer, right? And I mean, with some, you can pay as little as 500 rands a month towards your retirement. And the beautiful thing about it is that as your salary, or not a salary because you're not employed, you are self-employed, as you start making more money, then you can actually start contributing more. So you're not actually, I will call forced. It's okay when I find 1,000 rand. If you comfortable at that time, 500 rand, 500 rand, and when you see it's okay, client base cooler, then you start adding a little bit, right? And business malingahambi kahle ngaleso sikhathi uvumelekile ukuthi ume, so you can just stop once. Okay, no, my clients, I mean when COVID hit, a lot of small businesses were affected. So in such a case where you know that you're not getting any income, you could actually just tell the people that, okay, and then when client base picks up, or when you start getting more sales and you start making more money, then you go back and you start contributing again. So it's flexible in that sense, because they know that you might not have like regular income like people who have formal employment, right? Obviously, because it is retirement money, you only can get it masuna 55, right? So you contribute, it's for retirement, guys. If we would see you want to save for easy, that's not the right way for you. But if you're saving for the 60-year-old you, the 55-year-old you, that is a proper vehicle for you. Until 55, right? And when you actually reach the age of 55, you can, you can get a regular income from this, because manje awusakhona mhlambe manje cleaner izindlu, and now this thing is paying you. You don't have to rely now on your children, because I mean, I want us to be a different generation from, other generations where your children end up being your retirement plan. They take care of you when you are now, at retirement age. We need to be different and make sure that our children start off on a clean slate. Bengaphazamiswa yithini ukuthi manje umntwana akasakhona ukuthi uyaqala ukusebenza ayithengele imoto, azithengele umuzi wakhe, uqala afanele uqale emuva eyokwakhe ekhaya, mayeqeda ukwakhe ekhaya enze sure ukuthi unina every month ninemali yabo, because you didn't plan properly for retirement. So I want to encourage you to actually make those plans, we say early, so that your children are free. Buyers would say, oh, actually, I don't have to worry about home. I can just give money ngoba ngiyafuna. But with a retirement annuity, so if imali yakhona is under 15,000 rands, uyakhona ukuthi withdraw. If it's under 15,000 rands, they do allow you to take it. But I would encourage you not to, because it's not money that is for emergencies. Have an emergency fund for emergencies, and don't use your retirement as your retirement monies as a savings account, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. But I mean, also, it's not only applicable to people who don't have formal employment. Even if you are formally employed, employer, but my employer doesn't provide a retirement fund, then you can actually utilize a retirement annuity for that, right? And even if you do have an employer's pension fund or provident fund, if you feel like this is not enough, then you can actually have an RA as well on the side. And the beautiful thing about an RA is that there is a tax advantage to it. So, for example, if kuwukuthi from your clients wena wenza 10,000 rands 10,000 rands ngenyanga, masebenza ama taxes akho, and maybe let's say you're paying 1,000 rands towards your retirement annuity. Masebenza ama taxes akho, and you're telling SARS, because you do have to tell SARS, even if it's not formal employment. You need to tell SARS that I'm making this much, and they need to tax you, because that's the reality of living in South Africa, or I mean any other country for that matter. You have to pay taxes. So the good thing about it is that if you're earning 10,000 rands and you're paying 1,000 rands towards the retirement annuity, when you're now submitting your taxes, SARS is going to say, oh, okay, we're only going to tax you on 9,000 rands. Then you get a tax deduction for that 1,000 rands that you're paying towards the retirement annuity. Then you end up getting taxed on a lesser amount than you make, because government is like, we want to encourage you to save for retirement, because they know that you're going to be a burden on them and your children, right? So yeah, I think just look into it. And I mean, if you also have that formal employment and you do have a retirement fund already in place, just check if it's sufficient, because you might think that you already have an employer's pension fund, but you might find that it's not enough, because maybe it's only going to give you an income that replaces about 40% of what you currently earn. So if you're earning 10,000 rands, and then at retirement you only have 4,000 rands a month, that doesn't make sense, because it means you now have to downgrade your lifestyle drastically because you were not putting away. So the beauty of putting away money for retirement is that you don't feel it kakhulu manje, but at the time also retire, that's when you actually feel good, because now I actually have a salary, an income, and but I took care of myself. So please take care of the 60-year-old you, and make sure that you start putting away monies and let your children be. Guys, I think I mean, the reality is because of a lot of things that happened in the past, and Masters Kuluma ngama finances, we're still behind. And if we also want our children not to be in the positions that we are in now, we need to make sure that we plan for ourselves, so that we change this whole thing. The power is in our hands for us to change this whole thing, and rely on our employers, not rely on government, and just use imali yethu, use ingqondo zethu, and make sure ukuthi si comfortable at the end of the day. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you did enjoy the video, and please share it with your friends who you think might benefit from it. Yeah, and please comment and tell me what other videos you think you might be interested in, and if it's something that I am familiar with, I definitely will be happy to do it.